Hey everyone, this is Sunday with Farmers Business Network, and I'm here today to talk about holiday safety, all things holiday safety with Jim Campbell, who is the Vice President of Environmental Health and Safety at Farmers Business Network. So, hello, Jim. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, Sunday. How about you?
Awesome, doing great. So, let's start out with just a kind of overview of what you do for FBN, and then we'll launch into some of these fun and important tips.
Great, thanks. Yeah, I've been leading the environmental health and safety team at FBN since April, and really the mission of our team is really to drive a culture that fosters an environment where we're protecting our people, our customers, and the environment. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. And so I guess as we sort of move into the holiday season with, the various different gatherings we'll be having and all the sort of risky decor that we'll be putting out, can you share some top holiday tips that farmers and non-farmers should think about this year?
Absolutely. It's one of those exciting times of the year where, we're starting to transition into a lot of fun things, from great foods to decorations and movies and all sorts of things like that. And I think it's also a time of year where we get really busy and distracted by a lot of things. So, one of the things that I always talk to my team about, and our community at FBN and even friends and family, is just the importance of remembering that with all these changes that are coming during this time of year, we are adjusting our behaviors to kind of address some of the hazards that we face. I think some of the ones that really stand out to me that really apply to anyone, driving safety is a huge one. If you think about it, we're doing a lot of travel to go buy gifts, to visit family. And a lot of times we're doing it, we're distracted, we're tired, we're rushing. And then throwing on top of that, for many of us, you've got winter weather conditions and things like that to deal with as well. So plan accordingly, take your time, get some rest, and, make sure your cars are filled with the emergency kits and things like that you need in the event you do have an incident. And I think the other big one is avoid those distractions like the cell phones while you're driving. Fire safety is another big one as well. From turkey fryers to electrical lines running to decorations, and even things like fireplaces. There's a lot of new things, even candles, they're in the home. Maybe you're not using them all year round, but during those winter months, and especially around the holidays, there are many more hazards associated with those types of things. Look for frayed wires, and make sure you eliminate, combustible sources that may be near candles and things like that. Blow them out at night and that sort of thing. And then I guess the last one that comes to mind for me is really just decorating itself. We're climbing ladders, hopefully not standing on chairs and reaching to put the star on the tree or doing things like that. We're carrying, heavy items, Christmas trees, other types of decorations. We're lifting and twisting. So just make sure you take your time for those types of things, stretch a little bit, and make sure you're not, doing things alone all the time. Work with others and team lift if possible.
Yeah, those are all great points, especially out here where I'm recording at Sioux Falls and it gets super icy. So my addition would be also check your tires to make sure they're good for the season because it's about to get super slippery. So awesome. So I guess, to leave our viewers in mind of the real dangers of things that could happen, what are some classic scenes of holiday danger that appear in movies that you want to use as sort of like a dark warning for people who may be watching?
That's a great question. In the Campbell household, Christmas movies, holiday movies are a big part of the holiday season for us. And the one thing that always makes me laugh is that being an EHS professional, there's so many unsafe activities that are happening in Christmas movies. I think the one that probably is a highlight for me is Home Alone. Kevin McAllister. There's like a 30-minute
The
scene in
ultimate
that
danger
movie.
child.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, there's like a 30-minute scene in that movie where slips, trips, and falls are everywhere. From, like you were saying, in Sioux Falls with ice. I mean, he was intentionally putting out ice.
Yes, trying to injure those.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
things on the floor, but there's things that we can learn from that as well. I mean, during the holiday season, we put things on stairs, we put things on the floor. And, sometimes those are hard to see if you're walking through a dark room. So that's a lesson to be learned. I guess another one for me, a favorite movie in our family is A Christmas Story. So that's a great example of one where, the father in that house, Ralphie's dad, had a furnace incident early on. And one of the things that comes to mind there is carbon monoxide. Have those carbon monoxide detectors out. I don't think they were available during the film, the time of that movie, but a good thing to always have this time of year as you're turning on heating units and things like that.
Yeah.
And then probably, I guess, the highlight, and maybe there's a theme here around dads, I guess, in the holidays, is
Dads
Clark
are the
Griswold.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Clark,
risk here.
Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. He's a great example of what not to do when it comes to overloading electrical wires.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Walking on a roof and putting up Christmas lights when snow is on the roof and it's dark outside, and ladder safety. Basically don't do what he does.
Yes, exactly. Don't overload things. Don't be willy-nilly with ladders. Just stay safe out there. Have a more trustworthy parent taking care of such things. This is great advice. Awesome. Well, I feel like as a kind of call to action for anyone who may be watching, if you have a favorite dangerous scene from a holiday movie, please share below in the comments, and we'll be looking for some of our favorites of those to reshare. And also, just as a kind of final call to action as well, you can get some more holiday safety tips at nsc.org. So be sure to give that one a visit. And thank you so much, Jim. This was great. I really appreciate it. And I feel safer just having been keeping these things as sort of top of mind. So this is great.
Great. Thank you, Sunday, and have a happy holidays, everyone.